I had one. My shit was 22. I gave it to my father. I'm gonna get another one. I would rather here if I felt like I could make it from the house to here and then to work and then from work to the crib. But I was like, again, I'm not gonna matter to take it up. So that's all. You go?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I can understand my child. I had a milk pump. Old school fashioned milk pump. Yeah. I attached the milk pump to the back of mine with some bungee cords. Yeah. Kept the other batteries or whatever I do. Who would want to open up?
Yeah. All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Great Millstone of Virginia. As always, they gave the latest news, article, listen to the spirit and the power of Bashim Yahweh Shai. But as always, first and foremost, I'm going to give all praises going on due to Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashim Yahweh. We want to say double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who are teaching the truth, and of course, want to say peace and blessings and salutation to the occupant there that's spreading the truth throughout the four corners of the earth, specifically to the best of their ability, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. But they want to say shalom.
Shalom.
All right, so hope the brothers had a good week. So everything's out. Everybody having their mirth. They little festies and festivals and all that, et cetera, man. But at the end of the day, so we still got to continue to do this work. But we can just go ahead and get started with 1 Timothy 6:1.
1 Timothy 6:1, and it reads, let as many servants as are under the yoke count their own masters worthy of all honor. It says that the name of the Most High, it says, and his doctrine be not blasphemed.
Say that one more time.
This 1 Timothy 6:1 again, it says, let as many servants as are under the yoke count their own masters worthy of all honor. It says that the name of the Most High and his doctrine be not blasphemed.
Yeah, so when you read the teller, it says of the duties of servants. So, we are the servants of the Heavenly Father, man. So, that's why we give reverence, to Yahweh Shai, and also our elders, the apostles, and the brothers and the elders down that they've been laboring for all these years, man. That's what we got to continue to give doctrine, man, so that the name be not blasphemed. Because you got a lot of you got a lot of these camps out there, that basically don't give reference, man, to their own pride. They want to do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? And they take the doctrine and use it for their own filthy lucre, man, and not what's actually, like you said, being taught, man. That's why, hey, we gotta the scripture says defend the gospel, man. You know what I'm saying? Scripture says woe to them that call good evil and good evil good, man. Because a lot of people, they like to use the word, you know what I'm saying, and proclaim it to them, which is clearly not. Again, that scripture says ye err not knowing the scriptures, man. So that's why we gotta combat a lot.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna say real quick. That's why you see GMS, because as the scripture say, with all long suffering, rebuke, and exhort. You know what I'm saying? When newcomers come in, they like, why can't y'all just get along? No, it's the Heavenly Father set it up like that. He set up even amongst men. He set up the antagonists and protagonists amongst the prophets. That's going to be individuals that are teaching incorrect doctrine or true doctrine. So as the scripture say, we're set up as defensive of the doctrine. So we know who we learn from. And through scrutinization, a process of elimination. We've figured out who the true prophets of the Heavenly Father is. You know what I mean? That's why we know exactly where to give double honors to. Just add on to you, brother.
Yeah, God, and that's what, again, man, and think about it like this, like you said, man, the apostles are still here today, man. Think about how many, battles and, scrutiny, even us, man, because they say that GMS is the bad camp because they teach, certain things that's contrary to the world, about the betrothal of the woman, about that, you know what I'm saying, that they, you know what I'm saying, you can marry age, so a certain age with your flower good, but they don't understand, man. The scripture says, though it be lawful, but yet not expedient, man. We know these things, but this is what happened in the ancient world, man, when the Lord had set it up. But of course, we live in a different society, so of course we're not gonna do that, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta use wisdom, man. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we're under captivity. We're under, again, we have to, as the scripture says, we're under seasons to seasons, man. You know? Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got a precept. This is, well, I can get both of them, really.
You go ahead.
It's Hebrews 13:7. It says, remember them which have the rule over you, who have spoken unto you the word of Yahweh, whose faith follow, considering the end of their conversation. You know, as the scriptures also will say in Ephesians 6, I'm going to get that as well by the shot. The verse 17 in Hebrews chapter 13 says, obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you.
Yeah, just what I add up. You know what I'm saying? We have to submit, man. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with submitting, man. You know what I'm saying? It's about following what's instruction, man. You know, same thing. Do you want your woman to submit unto you? All right then.
Yeah.
All right then. You know?
It's just that, you know, land back on the road, there was a point made on the chat this week, you know, about not bringing out what's not being taught. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of camps have. They taking the mindset of just doing what they want to do. Or, you know, if it's good to have rule, you know, to obey those that have rule over you, because that keeps you from going off in the doctrine.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's all it's all about. Just keeping yourself aligned, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Knowing your lane, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, even what the Most High does, that's a order and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? The angels submit unto the Heavenly Father. They praise Him every day. You know what I'm saying? They don't give no backbiters and all this stuff, man. Whatever the Lord commanded, you know what I'm saying? The angel does, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have certain play styles in sports that cause a certain team to win. Like Phil Jackson had the triangle offense. You don't change that up because it's winning. Now you may get a new guy, part of the team. He's a hot shot. He's talented. He might have been drafted first. But I don't like the triangle offense. You know, I think things can work better if we do this new thing. Folks up the floor, the whole team, folks up the chemistry. You know, nobody's, the camaraderie is going down. So they end up losing, right? When if you just would have stuck with the plan that's been laid out, that's been working for years, you continue to win. But Jake get bored doing the same thing, it's not enough. And it's way more than that. We're going to go into all that about how, you know, they start when they teach their own stuff, slicing things up, having these lavish debates, right? You know, these formulas into them for attention. You know, you gotta just stick with what's already been. And you may get a revelation that the elders might not have brought out. The Lord may give you something that's aligned with what you've been taught. That old truth. So, you ain't gotta bring it out. Keep that to yourself. You know, the Lord, you find something that you ain't gotta bring anything out. Especially, you know, cause a little confusion to young ones. You know, just keep it to yourself, and the Lord will reveal if it's right in due time. You know, dude be trying to bring everything new out and trying to bring new revelation to the word. Imagine if John the Baptist followers would say, hey man, you ain't tired of just standing there saying the Messiah coming back. Let's do something with here, man. Let's get some money with the Pharisees. Because John the Baptist was part of the royal lineage. Aaron, the political lineage, but he didn't want to be with the Pharisees in the temple and be a part of that. He could have been high ranking, but that was in his lineage. But he chose, you know, to be in the lineage.
Like you said, take the low out.
Yeah, and prophesied to come in the Messiah. He had a lot of orders. It's some money, let's change that shit up. You know, if he would have did that, then he would have been able to herald the outside. There's way more than that.
Yeah, I can come.
If you have one, just
No, this is Ephesians 6.
okay.
Back in 1 Timothy 6, this is verse 2, it says, and they that have believing masters, it says, let them not despise them. It says, because they are brethren. It says, but rather do them service because they are faithful and beloved, partakers of the benefit. It says,
Yeah, they've shown that they believe. They've shown that they're faithful. So respect them for the, you know, you ain't gotta like them, you ain't gotta agree with every single thing they do. You gotta fall in line.
That's why.
Especially you come into another person in an organization. How you gonna come into somebody else something that they built from the ground up? And they don't like this. They didn't build this.
Unless they got power, just do your own thing.
Do your own thing. You didn't build this. That's like if I build a company and then you come in years around the line.
As an employee, you know what I'm saying?
If I fucking, if my shit crumble, they crumble. But it's not, I'm just gonna come on me. Niggas don't respect, that shit, they don't really feel the Lord, they don't respect it. It's like you got this guy, Tank Davis. He broke up with his coach that got him there. For whatever reason, I think he might have owed him money, whatever reason. But they showed a clip when he was in a fight prior to the breakup. He was losing. This was his last fight against Lamar Brooks, his first draw. He in the corner telling Calvin, his coach, God, listen to me. But Calvin, the one that taught you how to box, Calvin is the one that, the reason why he became champ. And what happened in that fight? It was a draw. It was his first draw. He didn't get knocked out. And now he got a new coach. But it's like once you get, now you got to the point of where you feel like you just got to be a coach. Let me leave off what I've learned from my master. Come on, man. And right now he ain't fought in how long? That's what happens when you start thinking you can train, stick to the plan that's working. Under him, you've been knocking niggas out, winning fights. Why you want to change it up?
You're probably afraid now, because like she said, you know,
yeah, but if he did a new coach, we'll see how that works. You know, but it's like there's no reason to change. You just want to do things, spice things up,
And like add on to it, just like when you come to the ministry, he got so much power and status now in the world. He probably gonna listen to that new coach, so he gonna walk all over him. He's just there to help him with his punches and shit. You know what I mean? But that, you have that mindset, you can't be coach. You know what I mean? You can't take any kind of correction. Like you said, he's hollering at his coach on the sideline. He's gonna do the same thing at home. That's what it is like when you see them start to do so much impulsive shit, but now they might put them on blast and taking shit up there every day. You know? But that's what just shows you order is very important. And somebody being your head, being a coach, or being able to be coached is very important. You know? But if I may grab this real quick, talk about continuing, you know, things we had, but it's 1 Timothy 3:14. It says, but continue thou in the things that thou hast learned and hast been assured of. You know, and that's all of these other camps, you know, outside of General Yohana and Bishop Nathaniel, which they came up with, Apostles are as well. You know, they all learned from GMS. You know, even what was it? That was no, it was Captain Cesario. Even he learned from GMS. They say he used to be in the Common Boards, taking notes and actually going back and forth. You know, but he got disenchanted because of how we get on women, you know. But as the scripture says, we got to continue on these things, you know. When it goes on to say, knowing from whom thou hast learned them, so knowing whom you've learned, you know, because it's something you disagree with a teacher, you know what I'm saying? Something, the way he might dress, you know, and now you're like, oh, nah, fuck that, I ain't about this doctrine. That's the thing, dudes get their mind on things that they physically see. Nah, bro, the doctrine is correct. Let it be there.
Shit that's irrelevant to salvation. Yeah. If the same, don't worry about shit that ain't beneficial to your salvation.
Be curious and not unnecessary, man.
The water, be curious and not unnecessary matters. You know who you learn the truth from. You didn't learn it from yourself. You didn't learn it from your mama. Your grandma ain't teach you. Your daddy ain't teach you. Best friend in the world ain't teach you. Why the fuck are you disrespecting what they gave you? If you truly believe this is your way to salvation, you're teaching salvation. You gotta keep that respect for that honor. Who gives a fuck if you like it?
That's a commandment.
You ain't got what they say. You ain't got to like it. That's an honorable thing to do.
Yeah, like you said before, what you said about, you know, before they cut on the camera, what you said about that show.
Oh yeah.
See, this is weird. This is discipline. Like you said, respect.
Yeah, the respect is there. There's one thing that happened is basically one of the kids, he was a part of the school, but he had joined the gang, so he wasn't never. He only showed the school he felt like. But the rest of the guys were trying to get him to recruit. them to the game also so they can make money. So he was looked at as a hot shot. So the inspector knew. He set up a plan. He said the only way to get these kids to fear me is if I take down. He said the only way you could prevent the weeds from growing is if you help root the roof. That's what he said. So let me get the roof. So after he beat up the little kids, you know, they still didn't respect him. So they went to the club and told the guy, man, we got this new teacher dude, man. Come on, man, we need you to come. Da, 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 da. So the guy pulls up on his motorcycle. He pulls up on his motorcycle, hot shot. Yeah. And they start fighting the inspector. And the inspector, he fakes like he lost. He's laying out. And they go, yeah. I told y'all, put y'all faith in me. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he starts clapping like, yeah, that's right. She's like, and he tells her the plan, like, I lured you here so they can see what I'm about to do to you. So he starts, start flicking. Starts dabbing him and flicking him on his head. Not even giving him food, he just flicking him. And he loses. He said, you know what, I brought my gang with me. He said, I'm glad, I expected you to do that. So the older guys from the gang comes and he says, see, I don't have to take it easy with y'all not my students. Man, he went. He said, I'm talking about, it's brutal. It's brutal, but when they seen that, all the kids got on their knees and started begging, please. Because they idolized the game. But when they seen that, nah, this guy is, what he's trying to teach us obviously is the most powerful thing because he's taking down what we idolize. And that respect is there. That respect is there from that rod, that instruction. So you see what the elders have done to a lot of bros, it's harsh correction. Even with our situation years ago, that was harsh. Let's get the fuck out. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Even though not all of us was a part of that, changing up the doctrine. It was just all of y'all get the fuck out. And you got to eat that as a man. We didn't say, man, fuck our teachers. This is wrong. No, we respected that of who they are. We kept pushing. So regardless if you feel like you've done wrong in a judgment, those are teachers. Keep that respect and honor them, and keep pushing the true doctrine that you learn from them. On forward.
I'm gonna go back.
Timothy.
Back in 1 Timothy 6.
Actually, I got a quick. It says, let me see. I'm gonna start from 1 Timothy 4:10. It says, for therefore we both labor and suffer reproach because we trust in the living power, who is the Savior of all men, especially those that believe. These things command and teach. It says, let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example unto the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. It says, till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that was given thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on the hands of prosperity.
Presbytery.
Oh, sorry. Presbytery.
Which means elders.
Yeah.
The elders lay their hands from the Lord. It's just like if somebody comes up on us, and they start to despise you, and for whatever apparent reason, envy or just not liking you. It's like, damn, what's the respect? What's the honor? There's no respect, no honor there. You just which the Timothy's gonna go into. It's all pride at the end of it. Once you learn something, and now you feel like you got it all mapped out, it's fuck. The people you learn from. I got it, man. And that's just not an honorable thing to do. Fuck the men. It's just not an honorable thing. If somebody led you somewhere and helped you and guided you, you want to respect them. Part of the kingdom is having honor and respect. Dealing with each other with honor and respect.
But here, in this world, especially in Babylon, usually, that's not the case, man. That's why, like you said before, like music musicians, bands, they break up, they want to do their own thing. Some of them, be successful, some of them don't. Instead, like you said, why can't it just be temptation just to, the music career? Like you said, a separation where you say that pride and ego. Again, that's what the world does to you, man.
The gifts.
Yeah.
The gifts that come with that, it appeases them. They view themselves, their ego start to flare up. They get a little fame or whatever the case.
Yeah,
or someone come among them and say, hey, you can be better than the group. You can do this and you can do that. Bring women around, alcohol, drugs. They get to see things that they ain't seen. Before they got to that position. Now they fully gone.
Yep, doing backdoor deals behind back without you noticing, letting let you know. Yeah, But
you
again,
can have disagreements, but the respect is lost. Nothing can be built from it. A lot of great things have been broken up because of ego or plans. Look at Rockefeller. Rockefeller was one of the greatest record labels. Was headed to be one of the greatest record labels ever. But even though Dame Dash is a little bugged out now, he tells you how Jay-Z went behind his back. Basically sold niggas out, sold the company out. So he can be ahead at Def Jam and build his own legacy. But what happened after that? Rockefeller disbanded. All them great groups on the Rocket, only because Jay-Z wanted to forward his enterprise. And that the ending of that is not going to be a good ending. It's never a good ending. You always want to make sure you're putting the body first, the team first, right? And part of that plan that's been laid out, the doctrine that's been laid out by elders is about brotherhood, not about your feelings.
That's what the Lord tells you, man. That's why, talks about brotherly love, man. It tells you that in the scriptures, man. It tells you that greatest, the Lord's greatest commandment is what love thy neighbor as thyself.
Exactly. And what's love? It's not hugs and kisses. It's not holding hands and swinging on the swing set together. That's worldly love. Love is what? The keeping of the commandments. Fearing the Most High. So you deal with each other accordingly, and that's respect. You deal with each other accordingly, according to the laws, according to the morality of the scriptures. That's how you show love to one another, holding each other accountable, being a helping hand,
Yeah.
Because the world will say, oh, give me hugs and kisses. And the moment you get on them about something, now you don't love them, you're an enemy to them. But, you gave them a hug, you gave them a kiss. The moment you tell them they're going off on something, or they're wrong, hey, look, Ma, you shouldn't be doing that. Hey, look, sister, you shouldn't be doing that. You're my enemy, you supposed to be on my side. They'll fuck logic. It ain't about logic. It ain't about what's making sense. It's about their ego, it's about their pride. They don't give a fuck about what's right. If they get in an argument with somebody, they expect you to be on their side. They don't want to hear logic.
Yes, man.
Oh no, you wrong. Yeah, you wrong in this situation, sister. You're my brother. You put on my side. And even though that can lead you to your death, but you don't want me to disagree. That's the world for you.
Yeah, that's what they teach in the world. Like, I'm riding with them right or wrong. That's what they say all the time. You know what I'm saying? And then what? You in the shootout with this idiot. You know what I'm saying? Just because you rode along. All right.
So you rode along.
Yep.
Precept the brother asked for. We start talking. This is Ephesians 4. The subtitle says unity of the Spirit. Verse 1, it says, I therefore the prisoner of the Lord beseech you that ye walk worthily of the vocation wherewith ye are called. And vocation meaning invitation or calling. Verse 2 says, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, bearing one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace.
It says in Psalms 2, how beautiful it is for brothers to dwell in unity.
There is one body and one spirit, even as ye. I didn't hear what you said. Forbearance. Okay, come.
That's what talks about in Corinthians. This is one body. You know what I mean? So all these elements have to be on the same mindset. It's just like the body, for instance. You know what I'm saying? All these nerves that are connected to all of our limbs. You know what I'm saying? They're in sync. This thing has to be in sync too. Especially when it comes to the doctrine. Because it says seems that you all speak the same thing.
The blue letter for forbearance, it says to hold up, to hold one's self erect and firm, to sustain, to bear, to endure.
So you're gonna endure one another.
Yeah.
You may not. That's part of even in the military, you know. Esau can't win wars without men enduring one another, being amongst one another, you know. All for the strategy of Esau. Whatever strategy he's laid out for them to utilize in that war, they all got to be on one accord to utilize that strategy. You know? And that's what it's about. The Lord has set forth a strategy, you know, an order to everything so this thing can build and become something. And regardless of like, your emotions or how you feel things should be or end up, you gotta go along with that strategy. You know?
Continuing on in the Strong's, it says, put up with suffer.
Yeah. You gotta put up with to suffer. A lot of guys don't want to do that. You know, they get around different men, they feel outcast, they feel left out, they feel strange that they wasn't around men in the world. They don't know how to deal with men. They don't want to put up or suffer. They go so they can learn, you know. But a lot of times that has to do with pride. Instead of humbling yourself and just learning how to deal with men. And pride goes for what? Fall. So you think you're in the right spell, I can work the Lord dealing with me. No, the Lord don't deal with pride. So the reason why you left is off your ego, pride. Even though you're teaching the doctrine, the Lord is not dealing with you because he don't deal with pride. One of the things he hates is a proud person. So you can think, oh, I'm still teaching the doctrine, but why did you leave the world? Was it a justified reason? Pride. If it's because of your pride, the Lord ain't with that. It's okay for me to leave and do your own thing, but why did you leave and do your own thing? Is it a wicked reason? And a lot of guys they don't have the wisdom to discern it.
Yeah, no, but say, like the Lord can still deal with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But of course, like you said before, we said in the past, it's going to be more difficult because you don't got bros to lean on.
Yeah.
When you by yourself, and somebody correcting you, or just even in general, when you need help, and brother, you want to come to charity, arms, support.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But that has to be fixed even still though, because if you left because of pride, you got to remember the Lord is building a body. He's building a kingdom of men. So eventually you're going to have to know how to deal with men and come up under subjection of men. Even the scripture saying correctly, the Lord is setting up every brother in his own order. So however he got men in his mind and where he's going to place them in that in the rankings, he already got that. So you're going to have to come up under men regardless. So if you left and you
Especially
still,
the multitude.
exactly. If you still got a right against a certain brother and you still feel prideful to come up under, that's got to get fixed regardless.
Yeah.
So either the Lord gonna fix it or he's just gonna discard you.
Yeah. And like
Because we coming in as a government body.
Yeah. And like you said before, you know, it happened to certain brothers, certain situation where, you know, like you said, they may split up for a certain period of time. Where he may have brothers and then eventually, you know, whatever, you know, situation get fixed up. And like you said, usually they come back into the fold.
Yeah.
You know, that's how low, you know, like I said, everybody, bros, situations are different. So we don't know what we just speaking off as a man. You know what I'm saying? Because again, the Lord, like I said, not everybody's going to come in, you know, break rebels and just like that. Like, so you're going to have, you know, just like the 7 churches, man. You know what I'm saying? They all had, you know, splits and all. You know, like you said, you know, they all, you know, had the right letters to, you know, different churches, but they still spoke the same doctrine to y'all about your mouth shut.
Yeah, you'll be an opposite thing for all the electors and great note stuff. You don't see one that's 44,000 in great note stuff. But you know that the truth is with great note stuff. So you want to uphold this truth. You want to uphold the elders that taught you this truth. They came in with great note stuff. That's the honorable thing to do. You know, so with getting, for all they getting, get understanding. You can't let your pride dictate your decisions. You can't let ego and emotions dictate your decisions. You know, you gotta always let wisdom and scripture dictate. Even for, you know, leaders of camp, you gotta make sure you're not making decisions just based on how you feel about certain things, and you know, making judgments just off how you feel. You feel rubbed the wrong way, so you're just gonna make a judgment. That's not right either. You know, so it goes both ways. That's why the Lord is going to iron out a lot of stuff. You know? We're not saying everything runs perfectly. Men, that's why we have Yahweh Shai, because he's going to iron everything out when he comes back. You know? You got to be very careful how you deal with the problem, man. Yahweh Shai is the one that's coming back to correct roads. You know?
Y'all try coming back and talk to sheep, man.
Yeah.
Separate, like you said, separate the sheep from the goats.
Yeah. Good, bro.
This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 4. It says, there is one body and one spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your
So
calling.
even Yahweh Shai said, don't call him good, call the Father good. So you can't expect men to be perfect, men to make always the best decisions. That's from the head on down, you know, because Yahweh Shai is the head, you know, then King David, you know. Then you have prospective roles in their orders, you know, but you got to come up under that order. You can't say, oh, because this ain't run perfectly, that I can start voicing my opinion here and changing it and causing confusion. No, you got to, the Lord wants you to show humility. You got to suffer. We just read it, to put up and suffer. You got to suffer it, you know. Regardless of how you feel about or order or whatever, you gotta suffer that. Doesn't mean you in the wrong. Doesn't mean they in the right. That's why I said you suffer. You know, the many judgments made on the wrong is not necessarily right. But scriptures talk about suffering alone. You suffer, you know.
And I would say, yeah, that's it. Every one of us, in His truth, it's going to get humbled some type of way, whether I mean, whatever that may be, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got to take it, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to suffer. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're in captivity first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? But also the curses. But again, like you said, the Lord, like you said, humble us, like you said, to ultimately build us up for what's to come, man. You know what I'm saying? We still got a lot of work, you know, that needs to be done within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Before the day of the Lord comes back. So Yahweh shall come back, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, like I said, we hasten the day. But you know what the Lord says, you know, at the day of the Lord, what end is it for you? You know what I'm saying? Have you done, you know, what needs to be done, I mean, on your behalf for you to, you know, hopefully receive that salvation, because we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We're still fighting, we don't mean to see if we still make it. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what's gonna happen within tomorrow or the week or months, you know, years. You know? So,
And you can be a whole different individual in a matter of months. One event can shake your whole life, change your whole mindset. That's why you got to be rooted in this thing, man. You know, you don't know what lies ahead.
yeah.
1 year, you want to say, "Oh, the Lord come back this year." The Lord may not come back for another 3 years. You know, He may allow Agenda 2030 to come. You know, 'cause when you look into that, it's a lot of shit that makes sense of what they trying to do.
Yeah.
That ties in with that beast system, to where I can see the Lord allowing them to get to that point. The scriptures talk about right when they sit down and think they feeling better with enterprise, then show you reign. And there's some things that they doing with quantum technology. Right now, it's a quantum technology race between China and America. To be the first to have control over the quantum system.
Oh, conscious love brothers know. They said that on July 1st they're gonna have AI cameras on every stop sign.
Yeah.
I said, dang.
So they're building this infrastructure, and it takes time.
Yeah.
You know, and the Lord is going to allow them to get it up for that beast infrastructure. So you may be here for another 3-4 years, man. And the time going by fast, so that's really short.
Yeah,
You got to think about COVID was 2021.
Nah,
Yeah.
facts.
So shit, it be in 2026. So,
Yeah.
but in 3-4 years, a lot can happen.
Nah, that's right.
Especially if the Lord calls you to go through trials and tribulations during that time. So you don't know who you will be in that time, or what'll happen, or what breakups in camps will happen, what new roles may pop up, what multitudes may come in, what heads are no longer heads. You know, it's like
Nah, for
it
real.
can completely change.
Yeah. You see what
But
happened?
we've seen it change completely years ago.
Yeah.
It can completely change all over again. That pride and ego and that narcissism being lifted up. You feel like you can't be told anything. Only those over you can tell you something. You know, nobody under you can tell you that shit. It's gonna change, man. You know, and a lot of shit is gonna change. You know, that's how the Lord deals, man. His thoughts are not our thoughts.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff that He's gonna reveal to bros. It's gonna change shit up, shake shit up.
Yeah. Hey man, that's what we fear the Lord, man. You know, that's what we come out here and do. We do, man. You know, pray, whatever. You know, that means we give alms. Because we fear the Lord, man. Because, like you said, no way is exempt. And the scripture tells you that the Lord is not respected person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
All that falling short and come.
Yeah.
All that falling come short. And
everybody got judged. King David got judged. Yahweh Shai himself got judged. Come on, man. That scripture says what? The servant is not what? Master. That's a scary part. Like I said, it took somebody to feel what things upon him as about because you know the Lord starts.
That's why you just be humble and grow in that community. just what continuing what I was learning and growing that patience and through that discipline yourself. You know, you can stay on a disciplined path of consistency. You know, because we almost look. Even if I say 3-4 years tops, that means we almost out of here. So just continue on just find a path of consistency and diligence and stay on that path.
Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know, I should say a thing about it being like June 2026, and like half of this might be 2027. Like you said, the Lord is really speeding up the days for their legs sake, man. You know, again, the Lord has not lied. The Lord is a man of his word. But like you said before, you know, Scripture says where everything must be decent and order, man. So everything has to be put in place. He says I got come fast because you know it don't make sense because then you like too much. But basically, it'd be just out of order. You know what I'm saying?
And what's the greatest teacher to let you know that? History. Pay attention to how the Lord's been doing things. It's been done through gradualism. It ain't been done through openness. Everything that He allowed this man to do, military, He allowed the military infrastructure to grow gradually. They used to fight with musket guns, and they started getting chemical warfare in World War I. It gradually progressed. Everything's been gradually progressing. So the Lord ain't the type to just have the market be disappear tomorrow. He's showing you. He's gradually increasing the technology.
Yeah.
So computers, laptops, smartphones, chips. Like he's showing you the gradual process.
And just you know, just got to change the subject, but again, you know, everything's going digital. Just like for example, right? You know about the GTA 6, right? So now they don't have physical copies no more, right? And now it's $80. So they're going to show you that these companies they're going to follow through after that. So now you're going to see eventually $80. This is you know what I'm saying? Not changing the subject, but again, that's like you said, that's where we're headed. Yeah, like I said, basically, you know, saying if you own nothing, you'll be happy.
Even you said the next couple of years you want to see physical phones or apps the way you see them anymore. So that's that gradually. And they've been showing that to us for a very long time. These movies and shit like that. Oh, predictive programming. They've been putting all this stuff in our face for a very long time.
And it's crazy. It's not crazy, but what's not so shocking is like say going up, you know, I think we call them Gordon. But going, they starting to accept it. Like y'all don't see nothing wrong with it. Like you not having something, you know, that you physically own, or we don't care. It's convenient. It's fair. We just want to have it. I'm like, y'all don't see what's again.
Gradualism.
Yeah, again, this is what they're blinding the minds of the people.
They don't understand the intention.
Yeah, behind it.
It makes society to the point where you can't survive without a device.
Yeah.
Even if you look at these new cars, all the new 2026 cars, they have big tablets in the front. On the dashboard, computer tablet. Look at it, you know.
They can definitely shut off your computer. I mean, not your computer, but your system on.
Now he's saying that's for everything made for this 2026. Now we got a lot of cameras. And you work on it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And one thing too, you noticed that we talked about before, about how it's starting to burn up the old junk cars. You know what I'm saying? We get certain parts because, you know, with the other vehicles, you know, that's what people are going to, but, you know, you gotta be young, you can't get certain parts. You know, of course, you know, they just continue. They just
Fuel.
yeah.
To take advantage of your haste, they have every app, everything with phones and you know contracts and such, terms and conditions. You ain't gonna read 9 pages of goddamn terms and conditions.
Yeah.
But if you did, you really wouldn't have anything that you have.
You gonna have loans, you gonna have
You wouldn't have nothing.
When Jake need money, he don't even look at it. I just need the money.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming today. Nigga, they put that shit for a reason. It's for that interest rate.
Right.
You got you.
That $1,000 loan,
Yeah.
it's gonna be 5,000.
Nah, bro, yeah. Like I said, how they get you with the interest.
You
Yeah.
better not be late because you don't have more interest.
See, Jake knows, you know, bankers doing it, that's what they do. You know, that's it, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, never pay the minimum payments, man, because that's how they get you. You know what I'm saying? I was asking, it's a crowd lady there, you know, one time, again, because, you know, she does credit and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But of course, nobody can pay the whole thing off. You know, it's impossible, or even like lump sum, because, you know, like you said, just, again, you know, we're in captivity, so, you know what I'm saying?
Every American has debt in the law because you can't survive without it. They looked at the median net income, and it's not enough to survive. Like back in the day, the goal was send your kids off, build a family, get a house, to raise kids.
Right.
You can't survive like that no more. You can't survive. Not off the average pay. You can't. We used to working multiple jobs, working horrendous hours.
That's slavery, man.
You know?
Can you imagine?
Still can't afford their own house. You know, and don't let you live in a fucking place like New York.
Oh man.
Yeah, of course, it's
Cost
been
of
over.
living high as hell.
You get a bathroom for $2,000
And it's crazy too. Like, so even one of the ladies when I went to her, you know, man, I asked her why you still married. She said that some people just can't escape. You know what I'm saying? They can't afford to move out.
Can't afford to move out.
Yeah.
That's it.
I know. No, not just that. Like some working conditions, the bills, you just stuck. So you just living just to pay bills.
Yeah.
That's hell, man.
No, but that debt is that mild thick clay.
Yeah.
So everybody's in that thing. When you think of thick clay, like when I was a child, I got stuck in a sinking mode. And I had my friends that were using wood. And they had to pull my ass out. I got my ass whooped too. Fire for me in the sinking mode. My ass whooped. But pull me out my shoes. But when you try to walk in it, you can't move. You know, it's like fucking what's that old movie from the 90s? Never Ending Story. With he had his horse. Class movie, Never Ending Story. He had his horse and he's dragging him through the mud lake. And his horse is getting lower and lower. They're like, whoa, what's the name of his fucking horse? But anyways, his horse ended up drowning. He couldn't get up out the mud.
Yeah.
That's that thick clay. They should ladle themselves with thick clay.
Yeah.
Everybody is ladled with thick clay.
I seen a video Edomite.
Artics, yeah. He's like, Artics! And then he just kept going. That was his best friend. You know, he died in that mud lake, man. You know, that's a classic though. You gotta watch it.
If we don't get salvation, people gonna die in this debt-based system. You know, because even when you take that digital off, you know, that mark, you know, that Revelation 13:16 mark, hey, that makes you a lifetime service to this thing, you know. So you gonna stay. You
Took that all.
That's actually according to the law.
That's it.
The Lord's law. The Lord do everything according to the law.
That's it.
He said if you let's get that real quick. How much you want to stay at service? If you got that mindset where you basically telling the Lord, don't come get me. I'm good. I'm happy here. I like the way shit is. I like is Jacob a homeborn slave? And a lot of you are telling the Lord, yes, we have become homeborn slaves. You know? A lot of you like the way the society runs, you know? That you're making yourself in league with this devil to the point that you'll take his permanent mark, man. Mother's up. What's about to get?
All right, this is Exodus 21, and to get the context, I might have to start at the top, but the point's down to like 4, 5, and 6. This is Exodus 21, and 1, it says, now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. It says, if thou buy a Hebrew servant, it says 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free for nothing. It says, if he come in by himself, he shall go out by himself. It says, if he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. It says, if his master has given him a wife, let me keep going through this or jump down. Verse 5. This actually is 21 and 5. It says, and if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, my children, I will not go out free. It says, then his master shall bring him unto judges. It says, he shall also bring him to the door. It says, or unto the doorpost. And if his master shall bore his ear through with an awl.
He done made a family there. He done built something there. I'm good. I'm leaving this my master. You guys should establish it. If they don't believe in the Lord, they believe in what's in front of them. But the tangible things, they've been built something. Shit, fuck that house. Yeah, I'm about to forsake this. Go without. I'm taking them off.
Yep.
You know?
And that's the spirit, because a lot of people gonna take the mark. Just says the passage read, he took the mark because even though he had his freedom, he could have had his freedom. He wanted his wife, he wanted his children. So he said he'll be a slave forever, just to have, you know, what's his.
Yeah. He want to go without.
Yeah.
You know? Which ties in with Job, being able to go without and not forsake his Lord. That's the story. That's what the story of Job is all about. Losing everything, but not forsaking your Lord. Jake is like, wait a minute, I ain't gonna be able to, you know, partake in society, work, shop in the grocery store without it. I ain't gonna do this without it, do this without it. Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna take it. And that's why we goes back to gradualism, because if he was to avail the nobody, majority of people not taking that shit. You have a minority that's with it, but ain't nobody about to force you to put that in their body. Just if you want, all right, everybody got to take it. People like, hell, fuck no, nigga.
No, it's gonna have to get rough.
It's gotta get rough.
It'll be too obvious.
It gotta get rough. It gotta get, and a lot of people even know about that.
Right.
They've
It's
heard
all
it
over the
before.
internet now.
So it has to get, pressure has to get tight to the point they're faced with losing a lot of stuff and going without.
That's why you're doing, like, say, graduation now with unemployment, jobs, everything's so high. You know, like you say, you know, even though, you know, Americans are $1 trillion in debt, but the economy's still flowing. Like shit, people still gonna, like say, even like, come on, now summertime, people still going out, you know, shopping, taking vacations and all that stuff. Come on, man. I'm asking yourself, how's it with the economy going on? How's it keep running? You know?
The best teacher is pain. That's the best teacher. Stomach pains, mental pain, losing your mind. You take it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Was that Timothy?
No. This is actually something we went to the law.
Okay, go.
Back in verse 6, it says, "And his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall
Just
serve
showing you
him."
we're the Israelites, we're the only people that be putting, men be putting earrings in their ears. And that's another sign of the Israelites. Like, no other nation be doing that shit.
Gauges.
Yeah.
Big dumb ass. Gauges.
That's him.
That's him. That ain't it. Put a whole plate in. That's a heathen custom. Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. It says, and he shall serve him forever, and that's kind of the same sentiment when you take that that digital mark inside of your body that's showing that Esau is now your that's your master. You serve him for eternity, you know, and we know we serve a jealous power. So what's the outcome for that? You know, we'll have to get that lake of fire. You know,
We know what's going on with AI and all this shit. So, hey, you're gonna become AI. You're gonna become part of the cloud. You're gonna be different.
right.
You know, you're gonna move like AI. You're gonna think like AI. You're gonna have to ask AI. It's gonna be you.
And just like that Jake, remember that Jake?
Yeah, that black skin. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
What's that
you
say?
see in his eye.
They say that was kind of AI too, but
I know.
he still make real content too, and he's heavy into that kind of stuff.
He'll take it.
No, he'll take it for sure. He kind of look like it.
For documentation purposes.
Right. Yeah, no, facts.
Yeah.
His eyes is just funny. He just like they can tell.
Dirty side effects.
They say
The
no.
process.
Yeah. It's all natural. You can just tell. You know what I'm saying? That was enough.
That shit processing, man. You AI, you have become AI.
Yeah.
You know, and he got the predated version. He gonna have to be the
Right.
updated version.
Was that I think with the movie of City, when the people they had started putting the chips and all that in them, you can see the difference when they was uploading and putting the shit there. Stand still and shit.
It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be wicked, man.
Yeah, for real. No.
All people is looking.
Yeah, no, bro. They do that now. They do that now. They do that now.
They on the cloud.
Nah, bro. They do that now in the world.
You're not one of us.
Yeah, kind of. They do that now in the world. You know, right? You know what's how you driving? They just start looking at you like you know what I'm saying? But you know the demons, but they see people can be like hell at it. It's not been chipped or integrated.
You're gonna be ostracized.
Yeah,
You'll be interface. Cause that's what Esau technology is about. With your phone, you can control your house, you can control your car. Now they got the meta glasses and different
Yeah,
things.
you go to a nigga porch. Please leave.
Right.
What can I help you with? No, dead ass. You make
You might
delivery.
say, what can I help
You
you
go to
with?
make a delivery, you hit a shit.
Yeah.
You hit a shit and be like, how can I help you? Please leave. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And they got different versions of it.
Yeah,
It's AI watching the house while they gone. AI is monitoring. You know, like one, they got some new shit. He was talking to me. Fucking AI hoes, man. But they show you that in that old Disney movie. This was in the 90s called Smart House. They used to put this in Smart. What happened was, we didn't know this as kids. We just thought it was something else. Basically, Smart House was they had a lady, AI, controlling the whole house, waking the kids up, time to get to breakfast, you know. And then she became real, and she wanted to be the mother. So she started controlling every damn thing, locking people in the house. No, you need to do this is better for you. The old Disney movie, man. As a kid, you watching that, but you don't know what the fuck they put in it. Right? It was an AI house that turned real. You know, she started locking everybody down, even the husband. No. Because she thinks was best. You know?
That's what he started doing. He put all of what he thinks best into this technology. He wants everybody to integrate to that technology. You know?
It's going to be obvious who don't.
Facts.
But AI progressively learns. Really, it's the most high technology. That's why AI is eventually going to be Esau's downfall. Because you can ask AI and they'll go into a whole historical breakdown. Rome, Caesars, because it just sucks up information and it puts it out. So it's like a two-edged sword. A lot of things Esau does is two-edged sword for us. He wants to control the world with it, but it's ultimately going to be his downfall.
I remember even a brother in a video one time when he asked AI pretty much if you were a living being, what nationality people would you be? He was like, I'd much rather be the so-called black man. You know what I'm saying? They're more durable. The thought process is a lot better. More resilient. You know what I'm saying? So eventually there'll be his downfall if Esau, if AI were to take over. He'd be like, nah, we got to keep these dudes around.
AI is not a man that he should like.
You're funny.
Look, if AI give you the wrong answer, you know what you do? What's the source behind this answer? And they'll be like, oh, my fault. The source, this is not the source from this. It'll give you the straight truth. You just got to ask the right question. That's right. That's for the most high.
Again, to tell you the scriptures, who gave, the devil, dominion and power? That so they're against the source. So easily take away.
Knowledge shall increase. Things are increasing. They to the point with quantum. It's a race right now. Look it up. Billions of dollars they're spending right now, America and China, to have control of quantum technology, time travel, and breaking over. This is what they're doing right now. And they're like, oh, time is a linear. It just exists. So everything's happening simultaneously. The past, present, future. Like they done went in that bitch, man. In deep. You know, this is what they do on a daily basis.
It's like that movie in 2002 called The Time Machine. You know that? You know what I'm saying? How they, he might build the machine, try to bring his wife back, but then he went too far.
Because his whole thing is about, Esau's whole agenda is about him reaching immortality. So he needs to get the answer to time. He needs to get the answer to life. You know, part of that Karagma is getting it to a point where he can transfer his self-consciousness to a new vessel. So he can live on. How can I keep my spirit in this thing? So when the flesh dies, I just transfer it on. That's why they got this show on Amazon called Upload. When you die, if you got enough money, they just upload your subconsciousness into the system that keeps you alive.
They did that in the movie, the Avatar. You remember when he said the second movie, the general died, and actually they kept giving the memory to the
That's his ultimate goal is immortality, because he goes back to the garden. You know, he wants to live forever, but that inheritance is only given to who? Sons of the Most High. Very good.
They just changed the name to Israel.
Only we gonna be able to live for eternity. You know, the rest of you niggas gonna have to regular food. This is what it is.
Again, that's how Lord set it up.
At least it's gonna be peace on earth. Because the scripture says once this man is taken down, peace is in. Even the trees shall rejoice.
It's the same with public practice. It's a creature waiting for the manifestation.
In the Middle East, you ain't gonna have to worry about, oh, they gonna drop bombs on me. Right now, they scared as hell. You go to school, you know some shit. You hear sirens. Ain't gonna be no more wild ass earthquakes. You got hit with a seven. You ain't have to worry about this type of shit. So it's going to be a very, very peaceful way of living. People going to rejoice when the Israelites get a rulership. Right now, they don't want us in a rulership because they just see the judgment part.
Yeah.
But when they see the earth in its rightful state, they don't like it. But you got to get judged. You got to do it. You got to be corrected.
Yeah, we understand that judgment. Like, what you say, the wicked, they don't understand that judgment. They don't know that's my pain, you know. The pain's going to teach all of it. You know what I'm saying? It's for your betterment at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, he broke the young dude's finger. Then what? He on point. He on point. Yep.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 19. It says, for the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh. For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who had subjected the same in hope, because the creature itself.
So the Lord wanted all of this to take place.
Yeah, he said no, it wasn't all willing to do it. Yeah. He said no, I'm gonna have this happen. You gonna partake in the tree of good and knowledge.
That's it.
You know, of evil and good, so you can learn. And right now we see what evil has. We partook in that tree and look at
We learned the
evil.
hard way.
We learned the hard way. You want to know not evil? You should be like the Most High. You should know good and evil. And this is evil. Moles and all type of weird shit walk around. This is evil. This is evil. You want to know? You want to taste it? You gonna taste it?
I was saying everything seemed up and turned up upside.
Nigga running for you with the blicky.
You know what I mean?
We in a evil world.
No, bro, like
this
you
ain't
said.
normal.
And like you said, they got a fire festival right now out there downtown.
Niggas, and you know what might happen? Nigga might run the whole crowd over.
Nah, facts.
Yeah.
Just evil has compassion.
And that's normal.
Yeah, that's normal.
That's normal.
I watched the clip, the dude that did that when he ran over all the people in
With the
that,
white truck.
the Jake.
Oh, yeah.
They did a backstory on he got into an argument with his girl. They got him on the camera in his house. You came
Yeah.
And they hang up. He just gets in his truck, man, his truck.
Yeah.
And they fast forward to the parade.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he did that.
Hey.
He got argued with his girl.
That's a damn.
That simple reason. That massacre because of an argument.
Doesn't matter, like you start your day, like hey bye, hey Susie.
And this nigga come full speed, 100 miles. Split your
I
shit.
should laugh, but like you said,
No,
it
they
came out of
dancing.
nowhere.
They dancing.
No, that's real, yeah.
Drinks.
When it's just say Reese's Yo, Lord got a sense of humor. We see that. We see
This is evil world. This ain't normal.
It's not.
This type of stuff ain't gonna happen in the kingdom.
Nah.
We at parties. You gotta worry about somebody flying through, you know? Gun shootouts, you know? This shit gonna be done away with, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 21, Romans chapter 8, it says, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahweh.
That's talking about this is all going to be brought into that liberty. Of course, you're not going to have the law, statutes, and commandments written in your inward parts, but because of the righteous being in authority, it'll be good. You know what I mean?
Yes, I'm going up.
And not to mention the order, the creator of all of this, what his intentions for the order to be set up is going to be set up. You know what I mean? So it's going to be synergy. You know what I mean? Things are going to work the way they are. You're going to be happy with their lots. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have their crafts and things that they're great at, and they're going to, you know what I'm saying? They're going to do what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, like see, our business, well, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have the position, like, some people get mad because ultimately, all of us, we want peace. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, even now in captivity, I mean, when Jake got a little bit of something, he comfortable with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what the world is supposed to have, just some peace. You know, the only way they find that now is the sources of entertainment.
Well, the scripture say what? That horse shall take peace from the earth.
Yeah,
You better get that real clear revelation. That's what happened.
And after that, what you preach?
There is no peace. You know, right now there is no peace. So don't expect peace when the devil is doing it.
Kind of good. Kind of even tells you with the animals of Proverbs. It says, the tender mercies of the book of moon. You know what I'm saying?
This is Revelation 6 and 4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, and the power was given to him that sat on the throne to take peace from the earth. You know, so the power was given to this dude. You know what I mean? So that ultimately means the Heavenly Father, he set this dude up to show the world, hey, what the fuck happens, you know, when proper order ain't set up. So now there's no peace. Everybody's fucked up. You know?
And all he cared about is that money.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching the Murdoch Dynasty Netflix documentary, and this guy Murdoch, he you know, he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
He's still living. He is in the 90s, but basically, you know, it got to a point where he knew he was going to have to give the inheritance to his kids. He got 5 kids by 2 different women. And if you don't know who Murdoch is, he's the owner of Fox Entertainment. So even newspapers, all the major newspapers, like the New York Times, all that shit. They was in charge of The Simpsons, American Idol, Fox News, Fox Sports, a whole bunch of entertainment shit. He sold a lot of it to Disney, but basically the point is, his family, his sons and daughters, his one daughter and his sons, they started going at it because they knew the inheritance was going to come. His daughter was the oldest, but he was old school, so he never told her that he was never going to get a company. But she went and started her own company and came up with American Idol to prove to him that she was worthy of taking over the entertainment side. But he already had it set, I would never give my company to a woman because he's from the old school. So the battle was really between the 2 sons that were born like a year apart, like they're real close. And they started, you know, going to England, going to India, setting a company here. Some of them would fail. They ran one of the bros out of England because it was a scandal where they was wiretapping people's phones and making news headlines to get the inside scoop, but they were doing it illegally. So they ran him out. But anytime his kids would do something, he would just demote them in the company, but keep them in the company. So basically, it got to the point where they went to court because the son that he liked that stayed with him at Fox because of the political views. They agreed with their political views. So this son, basically, when Trump came into running for president, they pushed Trump. It was for the Republican Party, and this son was with it. The other son, he didn't like that. He was like, man, this ain't right. You know, we need to be more for minorities. But the father like, nah, I ain't with that. So I'm gonna get a plan to this son. So they did a plan to kind of outcast the rest of the siblings. And when the siblings found out about it, they took him to court because the mother. Sorry, it's kind of all over the place, but I'm trying to remember. The mother had put something in the divorce document. She divorced Murdoch that said the authority of Murdoch, he can't simply just decide who's the sole heir. It has to be voted upon the siblings. So him and his son that he liked, they devised a plan to take that authority away from the kids. So they went to court and they lost. Basically, long story short, he ended up giving all his children $2 billion. He was able to give all 5 of his children $2 billion each. They said $2 billion?
Yeah.
You don't have to work for you and your children don't have $2 billion?
Yeah.
That's how much this man, and that's all he cares about. Even though he knew he didn't even like Trump, he was against Trump at first. But when he seen that the populace had liked Trump, he was okay, we got to back Trump. Fuck what we like. We back Trump. He don't care about what's right. All he cares about is money, man, and keeping the control within him and his family. Yeah. He understands that, man. They understand that shit. They living on a whole different level, bro. He divorced his Edomite wife. Went and found some shit when he went to China. Found some group, got her pregnant. He got group kids. Gave them $2 billion. You know, he just and this nigga's still alive. This nigga almost 100 years old. So when you see Trump on Fox News and all that shit, that's Murdoch and all that behind him pushing these narratives. You know. It's crazy, bro.
That's why you really can't take in what you see on the news because there's always money influence behind it.
It's all bullshit.
Of course, you can look at it and you can, you know what I'm saying, filter it, you know what I'm saying, but also you gotta look at alternatives.
You remember the Biggest Loser? When they losing weight? That's their show.
That's
they created, and one of the children came up with that show. So a lot of the shows you see on television, his children was like
We gotta
trying to
get
prove to
some-
him that they can do shoulders and shit. A lot of shit that you consume is from Edomites and they,
Yeah.
bro, it's
Think
a
about
lot.
it, 90 Day Fiance,
All of
them,
that shit.
Love Island,
Love Island.
All of that goes back to them.
all that dumb ass.
Yep.
You look at BT,
Yeah.
Wild and Out. All that shit is Viacom, which is owned by Edomite that has children, and they all right now. Yeah, this would be a good idea. Let's make it. And they hire people under them to write. It's a lot, man. It's a lot of shit that goes on that we have no part of. We just consume it. You know, so when we sit with Jake on a low level, we mean that shit.
Nah, for real.
We're on a real low level, man.
Yeah.
That's the covering case.
Yeah, like I said, you know, Jay don't know about no billions of dollars. I'll say how you ever get is like $1 million. You know, like, you know, a lot of people right there like to quit the network. Oh, she 1 million network. That don't mean shit. That don't mean that she got 4 billion network. You know what I'm saying? That's just her this quote unquote status, you know what I'm saying? Make it feel like relevant.
Did he ever give your children, 5 children, $2 billion apiece? And basically he did that to buy the other children off to give the son that he liked the inheritance. So they agreed with, okay, we'll let him have to give us $2 billion. So right now the owner of Fox is his son. He's still alive, but he gave it to him. So he chilling with his son. You know? $2 billion apiece, bro?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And the little group, they not even, they young as fuck still.
Shit's in
This shit is
He's independent. He's
that
funny.
shit
He's
is
independent.
ridiculous, bro.
But again, that ain't shit, man.
It ain't, you gotta think, if the Lord allowed them to have that,
Yeah.
what you gonna get?
They the lows of the low, man. They the lows of the low. The Lord hates them to be giving that much. So how much more is love? That's how you know that. Our shit's gonna be like something that we really can't explain.
Yeah. They said Trump went to him when he was running because Trump knew he needed the news to promote him. So when you watch Trump's first debate and Fox was grilling him with it's because Murdoch didn't like him. So Murdoch set up the debate that get on. Didn't you say women should be in the kitchen and da-da-da? So they set up Trump. That shows you how powerful the news is.
Yeah.
But then once he got in good with Trump and they became friends, now Fox is all for Trump. All Republicans. All
That takes a golf. You're not Edomites, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if anybody take you golf, you know.
So everything that we see and consume is about our enemy or oppressor behind it, manipulate, control. Anything you see on CNN, that's another family.
Yeah.
Anything you see on Fox, anything you see on TMZ, that's them writing what they want you to see.
Yeah. Yeah, because they still got the masses, believe it or not.
Yep.
You know, people still watch them.
Yep. Go ahead, bro.
This is Proverbs 24:19. It says, "Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious."
It's like, remember how they had that Hebrew Israelite up there? They still got it on Fox News.
Oh, yeah,
Remember he
behind
was on
Trump.
Fox News? Yeah, about Trump.
What's on the sign up?
You got it. It's like,
It's Proverbs
That
24:19.
shows you they're not gonna give us. They're not gonna allow us to get that place.
No.
We gotta take it. The Saints should take it.
Yeah.
We still not about to get this way of living up. They got just $2 billion just give away. Think about what this man is doing with that type of money, man. This nigga probably got underground slave fucking
that was
plantation.
surprise. They showed in the movie, you know, like you said, they got torture, just like the movie Hostel.
You can buy anything, man. They buying people. They
Yeah.
buying kids. There's a 500,000.
Yeah. Like I said, parents will actually willing to give them to their own children. You know, like say Hollywood, you know, like say they so Britney Spears, your parents, they so Britney Spears. That's why she had like that.
Yeah, see that
Like,
movie.
you know, that's why she hated her parents and all that shit. She had to sue her parents, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
You see that activity among Jake. Look at Kevin's situation.
Yeah.
Them the females that was around him, the parents was in on it. Yeah, they knew that. Yeah. But they didn't care because they was, he was able to provide in the bag and everything.
Yeah, they would come out later on and say, well, I never thought about it that way. What the fuck you think it was then? You said he a 13-year-old be groomed by R. Kelly? Come on,
Fuck going
Because
on.
he got bread. So
Yeah,
of
he got
course,
his money.
like you saying, Murdoch and them ones at that level, when they tell you it's certain tunnels that once you go in these mountains, they all connected throughout the entire nation.
Damn.
And you go in it, and you in it until you get out of it.
Hey,
But when you get out, you on the other side of the country.
Whole type of shit going on in
Yeah,
them
they
bitches.
say it's real live highways in the mountains, man.
They got underground city. They got all type of shit, man.
Yeah.
You know?
You remember how they showed a snippet with what's his name? The news guy. His name Jonathan something. Forgot his name. Forgot. The Edomite. You know what I'm saying? That basically he was a conspiracy theorist. They showed him underground tunnels, and he said, "Where are these underground tunnels going?" Remember they showed Nazareth team. What like shit they going?
Yeah.
Jason Statham.
And then they got that. Oh, he got that old money, inheritance money.
Yeah.
You know, the old guy.
Yeah.
The Navy SEAL.
Yeah, they said, you know
Uh,
what I'm talking about. It's all good.
But they're gonna utilize some things. They think they're gonna hide from the Lord when He comes. You know,
Yeah.
money, and the things that you've accumulated, and they're gonna save you on that thing.
Joseph and Tua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Proverbs 24:19. It says, "Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked, for there shall be no reward to the evil man."
Yeah, so you got it right now. Hey, let you enjoy it. You know, live it up. Cause this is it for you, bro. You know.
What you don't have is immortality.
Yeah, that's why it's scared. That's why what? Some of the Rothschilds already passed away. You know, because they scared because they know their time is up.
Yeah.
Clive Davis was passing away.
Yeah,
Them
facts,
freak
facts,
ass.
facts.
You got videos of Diddy.
Yeah.
That's just now going viral. He butt ass naked. Another man butt ass naked. He watching a man the woman suck his dick. Diddy.
Yeah. You enjoy it.
And they both butt ass naked. And Diddy doing shit like that. And
Yeah.
he came in front of Clive Davis. What type of shit you think Clive Davis was? You know? So they was able to do all this freaknik shit. But guess what? You ain't immortal, nigga. So guess what? Clive, you had that judgment seat,
No,
boy.
facts.
And when you
Facts.
come down,
Facts.
that's your ass, man.
Hey.
You going back in this, you going in slavery.
Hey.
You going straight next time we see Clive Davis, that nigga gonna be a baby.
And chains.
Plantation.
Chains.
Baby change.
Yep.
You know, little Tyler chains, you know.
Yeah, that's the spirit because I just watched the video. They literally had Jake in the baby chain.
No, they had baby
Yeah.
change. It's real life baby change. They put it on
Nah,
Jack.
They did it to us, though.
Yeah.
You know, they did it to us.
Like the baby gonna fucking, you know?
Yeah.
The fuck you gonna go?
No, we
It's
doing
just an
it,
accessory.
bitch.
It's just an
Yeah,
accessory.
right.
It's just an accessory. You know?
Shit,
Wow, man, like the baby gonna run away.
Yeah.
Fuck. You got grown ass niggas can't even find a North Star.
You know.
yelling on the baby.
Yeah.
In Apocalypto, the
God,
baby
yeah.
was allowed to run
Yeah,
free
yeah.
because they know that the baby was there to the
That's
mother.
a fact.
You
That's
know,
a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This nigga, he just did shit just to do it.
Yeah.
Just torment me.
For further the affliction, as the scripture said.
I seen the documentary. I literally just a few days ago. It was talking about the chains and everything. How they was so heavy, but the guy he had put it on, and I'm like that got to be made for a kid because he had it attached. Like he had it the length, you know, just holding it as such. It had the ankle locks and it had the wrist lock, but it was so short.
This was for adults, like them short chains.
Yeah.
It was brutal, man.
And the dude, he could barely walk. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, oh my gosh, there ain't no way. That's crazy, man.
You ain't going no goddamn where, man. They can hear every movement. Then they put the shit on your yoke.
Yokes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Single bells.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man,
Especially
we gotta
when
get
in
this
the mouth.
nigga back, bro.
Especially
We
when
gotta
in the
get
mouth. I
this nigga
can't
back in
imagine.
the worst way, bro.
Especially when in the mouth. That's
Yeah. To keep you from talking and eating and all that
That shit
shit.
rubbing up on your skin,
Yeah.
rusty
Oh,
ass
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, like you said before, that really gave him like, you know, skin disease and all that shit, man. You know, to have that shit on.
That friction.
Yeah, the friction.
We went through it, man. We went through it bad. Right now, we going through a grace period where the word can get pushed out. Man, we went through it bad, man.
Like I said, man, like if it wasn't for the Lord, you know what I'm saying? Our ass would have got destroyed for real.
Yeah.
Like any other nation, if it wasn't for, I mean, if it was for any other nation, they would have got destroyed. It wouldn't even last that long. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, to the point, remember when Goodbye Uncle Tommy and the Gadites, it was so bad that they didn't want to reproduce. Remember? It was in the cave, they said, even one with these guys reproduce because they knew, you know what I'm saying, the future would be.
Yeah, our shit documented.
Yeah, it was smart. You know?
Slave plantations all over America. Right? Burnt down Jake cities all over America. The history, the witnesses against you, man.
Williamsburg is still bugged out, man. You see niggas over there. It's a different breed of Jake over there. It's a different breed of Esau over there.
Especially in Gloucester.
Yeah.
My great grandma still lives. She a witness against you, nigga.
Yeah.
You got women that's 100 years old. Still
Nah,
alive.
bro, yeah.
Jake.
I remember the lady.
They'll tell you what happened.
Yeah.
Jim Crow, all that. Yeah. They
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah. The ladies, when the survivors in Oklahoma, you know, they talked about it a couple months ago. She's still alive, I think.
Oh yeah, yep. The last one.
Yeah. And now they just made a, I think a moderate memorable of what happened. Yeah. Took them all this fucking death. You know, that's what Lisa does, right? You know what I'm saying? Whenever situation like you said with the World War II, and with Jake's and all of a sudden, now when they passed away or, you know, they're on their deathbed, now they want to give them a medal or, I'm right.
Then they try to act like, either might try to act like they changed. They like, the same spirit. Anytime I log on X,
Facts.
and I go to the racist algorithm,
Facts.
what's all these accounts?
Yeah, they chimping out. Monkeys, nigger.
I mean, it's millions of them.
I know.
on
See, on
there.
Instagram,
So
Instagram,
really,
yeah.
it's just y'all lying to our face and getting online.
Yeah, saying how you really feel.
Yeah.
Because they able to hide. They able to hide.
Look at these chimps. We was kings.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of that. Change your algorithm to the racist side. They using their mind. That nigga Chud, that got arrested, that was going around throughout the cities, getting on Jake calling niggas.
Yeah.
He had a whole following.
Nah, he did.
Nah,
A
for
whole
real.
following.
Yeah. That's
So
why-
what? If all these money's good now, what these people?
You know.
It's y'all.
Case out
It's
of
the ones
nowhere.
we work around. The ones that say, oh no, we changed. The ones that's dancing on TikTok to our music.
Yeah, facts.
They envy us and hate us, man.
You spiritually discern, you know, this is right there.
Be not deceived by that enemy. Trust not that enemy.
There you go.
Like Iron Russ, he shows out his wickedness. Iron is always gonna rust. So his wickedness always gonna be there. Don't listen to that nigga words. That's how he got us the first time. That's how he got Gad. Words. Gad should have stood 10 toes. Fuck the words. Get the fuck off our
His
soul.
words are smooth, but that's how he gets you by his words, man.
As soon as they seen them ships,
Like they were
start taking
doing.
them out.
That's what they were doing, but they fell victim of his word.
yeah, they feel good about his words. This nigga start bringing trinkets.
Yeah.
Come in peace. Like,
And that's how he was able to get them. When you were speaking about how he introduced chemical warfare, he introduced biochemical warfare in the 1600s. When he came and I say before the 1600s. Well, around that time period when he was getting into them wars and skirmishes with Gad. He was
Your disease, he was using our disease.
smallpox.
that's exactly what I'm saying. Because he knew that he couldn't get enough people over here at a quick enough time. You know, what he bought was them blankets and them different trinkets and different things and having peace treaties and all of that. But this devil's so wicked, he done been in other places and so forth to try to conquer them. And he knew that anything that he brings from miserable ass Great Britain and such is gonna cause you to be sick. You see what I'm saying? So that's exactly what he did with Gad. He gave him established Thanksgiving and different things like that. Gave him the blankets and such, and as soon as they start rocking it and putting it on, and he was waiting on them to cough, man.
Should have never allowed him in your fucking territory.
And then not that either thing, you know what I'm saying? He's probably making other treaties, probably going against different tribes. With
Yeah, that's
different
what he
tribes.
did. You had warring tribes, so he would give some of the tribes guns.
Yep.
And they had an upper hand.
Yeah.
And they would gather be in their tents and the warring tribe would. This nigga brought nothing but death and destruction, man.
That's what happened with the Gads in Canada and the Gads in the U.S. They was going at each other on behalf of him. Esau spreading rumors and different things about the tribes, and Jake just gonna go at it. But the whole time he taking other factions out with his blankets, man. He literally waiting on you to start coughing.
Killing off buffalo,
Yeah,
and
bro.
start killing off the food source, homeless source. Only to get us started on Trail of Tears.
Oh, yeah,
bastard.
that's crazy. Yeah. I didn't make that walk for miles, man. That's cold.
This man walked through states.
I know.
The fuck?
Yeah.
From the south to the west.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
In the winter. We not listening to words, man. As soon as that motherfucker get to step, you go like a fish. It's over, man. As soon as he get over, Shut up, cut your tongue out. Nothing to say.
Yeah, that's what they were doing here in Virginia. Nansman enemy, Nansman, you know, the tribe.
Yeah.
Powhatan. Esau was trying to take their gold and shit. Esau started scalping them, and then they would those that they would get captive. They would melt the gold and say, "You want it?" He'll pull it down their mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Sick, sadistic man. He thinks away. That's why our hearts should meditate on terror too, bitch.
Yeah.
We're gonna have spiritual capabilities to do shit you ain't never seen before. We keep your ass breathing in torment, nigga. The spirit won't leave your ass, nigga. You stay in immense pain. You know? You don't get that judgment. It's gonna take 1,000 years before to get this shit right.
Yeah.
So for a whole 1,000 years,
Yeah, that's longer than America.
your ass getting fucked, boy.
That's like
100 years, you're fucked. 500 years later, you're fucked.
yeah, he's still
I can't wait, bro. You gotta get it, man. Because what irks me, it ain't even what happened to us what makes me the most mad. What makes me most mad is their arrogance and their non-accountability today about it.
That's a sword.
Let's listen to hip hop.
That's that pride.
Like, they don't even give a fuck about it. They act like it don't even happen. Let's not bring that up, Tyrone. We're friends. Let's not bring up what my fall plans did to you. You know?
That's that pride.
Ain't you getting benefits at work?
Right.
You know,
All that.
Then you got the same job as me.
let's not bring that up. That's old. That's 20 years ago. Let's be friends. That's a spit in your face.
But
That's a spit in your foreparent.
No.
The little grandparent. That's
Yeah.
a spit in their
Your
face.
ancestors right now squirrel.
They probably got, your grandfather probably got a lynch.
They crying right now in the heavens right now to this day.
Rape.
They
Butt
crying
broken.
right now. Yeah, no.
Somebody of your lineage probably got butt broken.
No.
And they see you today shaking hands with Edomites. They don't want to take you out.
Marrying you, money.
Yeah, right. Shit.
So now,
Especially the woman of our nation, they would eat my
oh no, any black woman that lay down with Edomites, you getting put down first. You just know you ain't.
Especially the ones that be like as a slave, you know, the dog. Damn.
Back when you tell me that.
Not for real. You're not for
Let the
real.
world have it. We would do like the Lord did us. Back turn.
No, for real. No, you got to.
Back turn.
You got
Hell
to.
no.
They don't do none of their money. They don't do none of it. Just go shake with you.
You ain't got shit to say to us.
Yeah.
You look lower to the Lord.
That's why. Hey, that's why what they be getting murdered, man, when they go on vacations.
Yeah.
They call it divestment.
You know what Jake said in the comments?
Yeah.
He said, you want something from the store? Hey, next question. You know, I said, no,
Yeah,
bro.
real. Goes over the store, bro.
Yeah.
Take
Fuck
money.
bitch. I ain't trying to get that guy. Yeah.
To finish out this point, because it's bringing in everything that what's being said about the power of the Lord, and what's going to be manifested once our Savior get back. It's Proverbs 24:20 says, "For there shall be no reward for the evil man; the candle of the wicked shall be put out. My son, fear thou Yahweh and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change, for their calamity shall rise suddenly, and who knoweth the ruin of them both." Yeah, so hey, we know that this place is gonna come down, man. That's what we waiting for. Ain't no sad with an Edomite. We don't even want to be with our families, man. I don't
And y'all
want
crucified
to
the
be around my
Lord.
family.
The Edomites crucified the Lord. Of course, we rebelled and said, hey, take it, but they did it. Poke them on the side. Go ask Al who's wrong. She's so good.
Nah, for real.
Y'all crucified the Lord. So, and that's one of the main reasons these Christians, they'll say everything, love, peace, unity, but they're not going to meet with the Israelites because they know if they do, by default, they in trouble.
Yeah, like I said, the whole religion is going to crumble.
There's
That's
no
the only
way.
great belief system because think about, like I said, Christianity is the most popular religion behind Muslim.
Yeah, there's no way you can say we are the Israelites and then know that your ass ain't gonna get judged. They in trouble. You immediately gonna start thinking what happened to
Yeah.
Gad.
Yeah.
Something came
Nah,
in.
facts.
You gonna immediately start thinking.
Oh
But they're
shit.
chosen people.
Hey. I can see that. In their face. Nah, bro.
Right.
Yeah, they gonna start bugging out.
So they can't accept it.
Yeah.
God loves everybody. That's what they fight. They gotta be delusional.
That's why they need vocab alone for.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta, that's why they gotta be more.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah,
No, Jesus, Jesus.
Yeah.
They know Jesus.
To the point that what they gotta convince other Jay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ is the way, man. Jesus Christ is love.
Yeah.
That's valid too, because when you see the vocab, he uses J
Yep.
to stand in front of him.
Yeah.
Knowing damn well we are who we are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He don't leave the mics anymore. His name Jake.
no,
Yeah,
yeah.
you see it all the time.
Man,
Just somebody came out of camp.
Yeah,
Remember
and
when he
that's
had-
wicked as fuck, man.
Hey.
Yeah.
We gonna look in the Cannon boy. I didn't even say we gonna do. Just know it's gonna be a special day.
Hey.
It's gonna be bad, man.
You can pass them right.
Yeah, it's
You
gonna
done
be
put
bad.
a lot of those.
Nah,
It's
for
gonna be bad, bro.
yes, I'm glad, but I think we're going. I know we gotta go in for a minute.
You went to her double, the scripture says. Double.
Yeah,
I
Drink
say
the
triple.
cup.
yeah.
I say triple.
And then it ain't even all, it's not all vengeance. Though. That's the thing about it, it's the Lord.
Yeah.
So that shows you the Lord ain't with you.
Yeah.
We say, look, it ain't me. It's the Lord that's
Yeah. The scripture just brought that
because
up.
I can't do it the way it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
And you see what the Lord, we talking about how we was in train, and you look at a slave cargo ship, the roof was like 5 feet at the highest
Yeah.
under the ship.
Yeah.
So average Jake's, that's especially back then,
They were
over
tall.
6 feet.
Yeah, that was all.
And then they lay you on your back the whole ride. Some Jake's throwing up on you,
Yeah.
pissing and shit,
That cave.
because you get seasick, so they throwing up. They never been out to sea before.
Yeah.
They the whole cave on you.
Stinking all that stuff. Yeah.
And then he got another. It stinks out. These monkeys stink. What the fuck? You fucking retard. The whole trip. You can imagine the mindset that puts you.
Yeah.
They, you completely. By the time they got to shore, they was in the twilight zone.
Yeah.
Bro. They,
Yeah.
You hearing English? Doing that. You put yourself in the essence. That's the worst horror movie. It ain't no horror movie ever created that can compare to what we went through. Right?
You got a good understanding of that when you watch Amistad. The brothers ain't seen that ship scene.
Yeah.
Is that what you speaking about? Throwing up on each other, shit and pissing.
Yeah.
We just speaking about them chains. Them chains rusted, man.
Yeah.
So all of that shit getting on your skin,
Yeah.
and you know, in feces,
You trying
and
to
urine.
find a comfortable position.
Nah, yeah, fact, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially, you know what I'm saying, you gotta pair with certain people, you know what I'm saying, size and all that stuff. That's why, even though it's sad, but the Spartans were actually, like you said, would jump overboard and just end it miserably.
Just because when they would bring them up, they just throw water on them. And the
Yeah.
stench was so bad. Some of them just hop over that
baby,
baby.
fell
Fuck
back
it.
with it. Yeah.
I ain't
Some of them
standing
got
this
carried
shit.
along too, you know what I'm
Because
saying?
the
Some-
women on the other side were getting raped. They were
Yeah.
getting popped.
Yeah.
So by the time they got to shore, a lot of them were pregnant with tails. So man, this nigga, man.
They say that the sharks, even today, they still able to follow that current from Africa to America, because that was the route that the ships went on.
You're,
That so many jake was thrown overboard or jumped overboard that the sharks, it was easy. It was
sunken
easy
ships,
feed.
yeah,
You know
sunken
what I'm saying?
ships, all type of shit. You know? And that's the Lord's vengeance that was put upon him. What the fuck you think he gonna do to you if he say double, bitch?
Yeah.
If we the chosen nation and that happened to us, you gonna be dirty, stink. Y'all gonna be hairy as fuck because when y'all don't shave, y'all have your hair all over.
We're gonna go back to being full-footed.
Your women gonna have that bed hair and stringy dog bed hair.
That smells, so remember that dog smell in the rain?
They gonna look fucking horrible.
Yeah. Like you said, they got you to be on 4 inches. For real.
My name is Bob. His name is Esau. What? My name is Billy. My name is Esau.
Some of them gonna have tails. You gonna see that too. You know what I'm saying? They actually showed that too. But you know, some of them they should have horns. Some of them had tails. You know, so they actually got a documentary.
Those are plays.
Yeah.
Because Elon got a lot of that. Got like a tree
Yeah,
trunk
yeah,
on
yeah,
the realm. You know, those are plays for the most. The Lord put a lot of them plays on. He done cleft lips.
Yeah, no, for real.
Because that's in the law.
That's a law, yeah.
Cleft lips, form head.
Yeah.
Real life monsters. You ain't
No,
got
that's
watch
real,
TV
that's real.
shows, see
Yeah.
monsters.
They
Even what the
might
Lord
be
be doing to these other nations.
Yeah.
Got 2 heads.
Yeah.
Cyclops, I remember one eye.
Nah, right.
Yeah, that's just
You know?
weird.
That's the fuck. You gonna see a lot of that on my plantation. Form niggas.
Oh shit! I make sure I ain't doing his fun.
right.
That's a goddamn. It's gonna be a real hard show right there. You know what I'm saying?
Comments and shit.
For the nations, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You take them on a little slavery field trip.
They ain't gonna get
Yeah,
that
I
me.
see.
They don't give a fuck.
I said, damn.
Big bag.
Fuck about your deformity.
We're gonna make a slave plantation field trip. You know, you take other nations, see what's going on.
Facts.
We're gonna go to Biden.
See this shit.
Said, this gonna be you, man. Shut the fuck up. I can see that shit. God damn. I think field trip, they're gonna get their ass.
They gotta get
I
judged.
mean, they did it to us.
They did to us, man.
No.
Look at Jamestown, man.
Yeah. We're actually a circus, too.
Yeah,
We're
I
circus fights and all that.
I ride past Jamestown every night, man. Every night I be, you know, you gotta stay in the right state of mind, you know, because your mind get to wandering. It's so easy. But it's like, hey, I drive through Colonial Williamsburg every night. Jamestown, Yorktown, every single night, man. And I see that shit. It's sad, man.
What's that big nigga from the Goonies? That had an eye down here.
Yeah.
The Goonies. You remember the
Oh,
90s?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ugly. I had one of them on my plantation. You might look like that. You know? You gotta get judged, man. That's righteous indignation, man. We gotta find ways to get this nigga back.
Seeing it as a righteous thing, break into revelation, that trouble.
Yeah.
Just alone.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, I got two.
Go ahead.
Con, this up concerning the righteous being authority. It's Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. I got another one.
Yeah, they're gonna show you, like I said before, wicked authority likes to people aren't rejoicing, people are suffering, man. You know? But when righteous and authority, everything's gonna change, man. According to the law, just commandments, people gonna rejoice.
Yeah.
Even though, of course, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna get their ass handed to them. But like I said, it's better than being in a relationship with this damn devil, because he shows no mercy.
We're gonna put wells throughout the land of natural spring water. We have natural mineralized water from the earth. Things like that we're gonna institute throughout the earth, man. Clean water. It's gonna take 1,000 years to clean up all this shit, man. All the foul water, oceans, getting junk out of the ocean, these trash islands that's in the sea. All type of shit gotta be cleaned up. That's why I said 1,000 year period, man.
That's what the free labor.
You gotta go throughout Venezuela, all these other countries, clean up this shit, rebuild and shit how it's supposed to look.
Exactly.
You know, get these people in line and order. It's gonna take time.
Yeah.
Retrain them to think properly. You know, it's gonna take a lot of work, man.
Yeah, especially these heathens, man.
Teach them the Hebrew.
Yeah.
They gotta learn Hebrew.
Yeah.
You know, we instantly gonna get it because we gonna get a new body. That's gonna be the first. See, the first fruits get a lot of gifts. A lot of other people ain't gonna get it.
Yeah.
First fruits naturally
Yeah.
gonna get it.
Change quick.
It'll be changed. You know, that's why you want to be part of that first fruits. You know. But yeah, all this stuff gotta be corrected with the rod, man. Go ahead, bro.
God, this is talking about Esau's words.
North Korea, South Korea, that shit split up.
Yeah,
we gonna
yeah,
look,
yeah.
y'all together.
Y'all family, figure it out.
Get on these fucking slave cars and get to work. Fuck, ain't no more North, South Korea.
Right.
You know? Even though North Korea got their shit together, like you get on TikTok, motherfuckers in the comments, why is it so gloomy there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks sad. This is scary. Because you look at North Korea, whenever they do allow certain news tourists to go there, which is very rare, they be recording the people, the cities ain't packed, they look like a desolate. And the people they do see, they very somber looking. You know, it ain't all that TikTok dancing and ain't none of that shit. People don't even got their phones in their hands.
They're very
Think
conservative.
about real life.
Niggas is just buying by it.
I remember one time they showed a, you know what I mean? They actually brought a K-pop over there one time. And then when they were singing and dancing, all of them were quiet. And when they was done, they was clapping, but without smiling, laughing. They was like, I said, damn, I see that shit crazy.
Yeah.
They done been through enough. They like,
Yeah.
fuck all y'all.
Yeah, they said they better not laugh. Yeah, they better not smile. No.
That murder,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
elders, that break you down. It makes you a fool. You giving so much liberty to get abroad and do whatever you want to do. You start to resent your parents. You don't need this. You don't need a man, or whatever the case may be. Men don't want to work.
Use drugs, harlotry runs rampant. You know,
Yep.
it spreads, and Kim Jong Un, he understands that. The lineage he comes from on the flip, man, we can't allow this liberty. We gotta have order and discipline. Some people would call it a dictatorship, the way that he does his rulership. But at least his people have an order to them, and it's not based on falling. And it's very little information that comes out of North Korea. They want it to be that way.
Exactly.
They don't want you infiltrating what
Yeah,
they done built.
exactly. Right.
They keeping that order of women being subservient, men, you know, children respect adults. If you don't listen, you get that fucked up. That's what they got over there.
Yeah.
Child that's in the law.
Yeah.
If you got a rebellious child, you hit his ass, fuck. And he still don't, because you got kids that you beat them.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
Oh, this nigga, this is special dude.
Yeah.
You gotta take him to the elders and say, I can't handle this. You gotta give him to the elders.
Yep.
You bring him to the elders. Fuck y'all, man. He start, all right.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a special dude. Send him back to the spirit realm, man.
Yeah.
You gotta get him up out of here.
It just, man, as soon as the first rock hit,
First rock, yeah. Now you want to, yeah.
nah,
Because some kids, you can whip them and still do everything right, and still give them the proper morals and teach them why you did it and show them love, and they still just want to. Those are the demons that you have to get rid of. But that law is not instituted, so you got a lot of them type of demons running around. You know, you just had a Jake, I think he was like 13, 14. He caught this young woman out of prison. He put in the house. She got a young daughter. He stabbed her somewhere, choked her, and then raped her in front of her daughter. She run out of the house naked. This nigga 13, 14 did this shit. He's a sadist. He's crazy. He's a psychopath. You know?
You see, I just did a lesson on is Jake, fat kid, you know, could have been Northern Kingdom, but he got into it with his mom. He picked up a knife, like he was about to throw it at her, so she picked up a big ass kitchen knife, and you know, she was like, I would hit you with this bitch, you know what I mean? So in the midst of him jerking at her, he thought about it and started walking, you know, started backing down and shit. But he was still talking trash.
You gotta get rid of that nigga, because you be asleep, that nigga go in your room.
Nah, bro. That's a sign. That's a sign. And he can pick up a knife.
You gotta get rid of that demon.
Yeah, it's a sign right there.
Where the father at, man? For the convenience of your independence, you don't need a man. You can get child support, EBT, and a demon in your house. That's gonna take you out because you ain't making no food or something. You ate the last of the food, and now the kid upset. He fed as fuck.
Where the groceries at, Mom?
Yeah.
You work.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Kid,
You
get
got
the hell out
kids
the
right
house.
there.
Nah, for
You
real.
the one with a job.
Real.
I go to school.
Because these kids are
Yeah.
entitled these days.
They entitled, man.
Yeah.
Fuck, you ain't got no money, you work.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
I hate
The
you,
whole hell out the
fucking
bumps.
bitch.
Outside all times of the night, come on.
Right.
Door locked. Fuck you lock the door for?
Ah, you
Break
still
break the glass to the house, get in. Fuck you locking doors. Fuck you locking doors in this house.
With the fact
You
he got on
got
ball out.
you got kids ruling over the back, bro. You locking no fucking doors around this. And the parents be scared as shit.
Yeah.
Cause they can't, the government, they can't do shit. They minors, you know, they can't do what they're supposed to do according to the law.
Right.
So it's like, what, they stuck with these fucking kids ruling their fucking house.
Yeah, again, yep. Yep, that's how you should design it, man. To what? Destroy the family structure. All that. She just designed to be that way.
That's why you gotta have a father that young.
Yeah.
Him and them niggas up.
Yep.
Little nigga,
Yep.
I'll kill your ass.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep.
Nah, I ain't fucking with him.
Yeah.
Cause when they get there early, you know, okay,
Yeah.
that's how I'm supposed to. This guy right here, yeah,
Yeah.
he my master.
Yep.
Lord, my Lord home,
Yep.
you know. But when that's not there,
Yeah.
they run them up,
Yep.
you know. Cause once they get to that 12, 13, that's it.
Oh, it's over. Yeah.
They already thinking how they want their life to be. You ain't already done hemmed them up and got them. You know, what's up? They'll challenge you.
Yeah.
That's when sons start to challenge their fathers. And now they got testosterone, and men are naturally competitive. So rebellious son, yeah,
You know, shit.
yeah. I know because I did that shit. You know, my stepfather, I fought my stepfather. Trying to challenge you in your teenage years. What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
That nigga. I said, oh shit. I said, oh shit, I ain't strong as I thought I was. You know, you need that though. If you don't got that, if I ain't had my stepfather in my life, I would have been fucked up, man. Somebody that show you guidance, keep you on a discipline plan, show you how things supposed to be. You know, a lot of Jakes don't have no type of father figure to keep them in straight. And when they get emotional, that's it. They lash out because the woman is all emotional. And she runs things by her emotions. So it all goes back to the law having to be instituted. You know, matter of fact, I'll probably get that in Isaiah. I guess you can wrap it up. The law should go forth from Zion. And we can wrap it up.
I got this last one.
Go ahead.
God, this is concerning the old point. At least our words. Psalm chapter 55 and verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
There you go. So you don't judge a man by his words, you judge a man by his actions. You know, don't judge a man by what he say he will do, what he can do. Judge him by what he has done and what he's doing. You know? Words, that's how women get you. Word, oh, I love you, Poppy. Poppy, that you all. Then when you tell her to do something, she don't do it. Question about why she's doing certain shit, she's a So don't listen to what she's saying, listen to what she's doing. Just don't cook for you, don't clean up, don't do shit. I love you though, I love you. Fuck that shit. Only your love. Go ahead, bro.
Keep that. This is.
Shalom.
Right.
I saw the friends. I'm like, man, I gotta pull over.
Oh, what's up, bro?
My name is Shia, man. I ain't from around here, man. I'm from Michigan originally, but I saw a brother. I had to pull over.
Oh, that's what's
I'm
up.
at the station right now. So
How long you been tuned in?
Yeah, I've been since 2020.
Who you learn from?
I had an older cousin that brought me to the faith, and then kind of started pointing things out to me. And that's saying I don't got no camp, but that's what I politics.
Yeah, because you say your name is Shia, so you definitely been in it for a little while because you got a Hebrew name and all that.
I changed it. Yoshai Bob and Yama. I changed the whole thing. I think I put Charles Benjamin. So I changed the whole thing, man.
Yeah, I can see that bomb.
Yeah, man. Like, man, it's got me excited, man. I'm like, man.
Yeah, we out here. We try to be out here every Saturday. I mean, every Sunday, bro.
Every Sunday? Okay. Your camp name, what's it called?
Oh, we with Great Millstone. Are you
GMS?
familiar?
Okay. No praise.
You know about GMS?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a brother that I politic with that he kind of put me, not really put me on, but he more so send me the videos and everything.
Okay.
So, yeah, you know. But I ain't against no camp. As long as you trying to teach, keep the commandments, and y'all ain't trying to say no heathen, right?
No.
All right, all praise.
It's good. That clear. Man,
Some people Christian like
Crazy.
right now.
He's Christian like that's good.
Yeah, all praise, man. If I ever, I live around here, so if I'm ever out and about, I'll definitely stop back by.
Yeah.
That's what's up,
Yeah. I just want to let you know, like you said,
Don't take the mark. Don't take the mark. Like the mark.
yeah. Like you said, low one. Like I said, so we out here like every Sunday about 11 o'clock in the morning, every Sunday.
All right. Yeah, I'm usually at the plantation today.
Yeah, it's up there.
Y'all got a flyer or something?
Oh, we got a camp page, GMS Virginia.
GMS Virginia?
Yeah. It's for GMS and then Virginia, and then you should pop up. Because we got other channels too, but to start off with, we come back, I'm saying we give you no channel.
This is Isaiah 2nd chapter.
Okay. All right.
It's Isaiah 2nd chapter, starting verse 1. It says, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
Yeah, we're gonna be exalted above everybody. Of course, he's gonna offer that shit on his badge, but
Yeah. He doing a lot.
they can learn how they learn.
Yeah.
It seems like he's sincere. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, the kingdom is going to be set up over every other kingdom.
That's it.
Not
Yeah.
Russia.
That's it.
Russia think they got next.
Right.
Not China.
yeah.
China think they got next.
Yeah.
Not India.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn how many people you put on
Man.
telemarketing company.
India is let me tell you something. India, they stink.
You call PayPal. Hey, nigga in India. Hey, what you think? Right?
listen to me. They dumb. They die over trains a lot. When you look at them, they get electrocuted. And they die over dumb
No,
stuff.
they real low. They real low people.
Like I said, they really low. They look at us. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, their complexion is like dark, dirty.
Yeah, they low.
I know.
They fucking low.
I know. Trust me. Like I
If there
said,
wasn't no Edomite,
everybody hates
right
India.
there.
Like you said,
Yeah.
everybody hates
Them
India.
and Canaan, if it wasn't Esau,
Yeah.
them and Ham,
Yeah.
neck and neck.
Fight. Yeah,
Fighting
yeah,
for the
I think so.
retardation.
Nah, facts. Facts.
Like you said,
Ham
just-
got them beat a little bit. Because Ham is doing some wild shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But trust me, Elon is like
Elon's
dirty
nasty.
because he's supposed to be somewhat a little bit to my far as like civilized status. You know what I'm saying? But they're nasty.
They do have a bougie set that's been influenced by America. They call it Bollywood.
Yeah.
And like the ones that kind of clean themselves up a little. But a lot of them are Jake. You got a lot of Jake out there too. That's in the hip hop. And you can tell when Jake is
Yeah.
Yeah.
because Jake has an appearance when he clean.
Elon from the roof. Shit. They got all types of bacteria diseases.
Put shit all over the wall.
No,
Yeah,
bro.
facts.
Bro, even when they make
Hoping on every
food.
woman that come back.
Hey, you be surprised, but like they say, when you go on the street, how they make their food, they like they never wash their hands.
Yeah, they
Like,
just
hygiene
be
is so
all-
bad
yeah.
to the point that people actually get tapeworms and all that shit.
Always
Yeah.
barefoot, fucking rocks.
Yeah.
They just threw, man.
They scoop the food, put it on the ground.
Yeah, I know, bro. Yeah, I'm like, yo, chill. They always on trains, bro. I don't know about Elon, man, but they love them trains, bro. I remember
Nah, they
one.
do
Be
that.
falling off
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah. I remember Eli when she was lying straight to the space, she slipped. And the train, I was like,
Damn.
Yeah.
why she must take it forward to the train though?
Simple, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But again, but I ain't gonna digress.
They got some good looking women around.
No, I ain't gonna lie
They
though.
got some thick ones too. Like,
Yeah.
but like I said, we gonna see it all. We gonna go to these countries.
Oh, yeah.
We gonna see it all.
Oh, yeah.
See it all. Go ahead, bro.
It's Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3. It
They gonna
says,
offer up the best, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they not getting shit until we take what we want.
Yeah.
We leaving them with what we need.
Yeah.
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 This,
Right.
y'all ain't fucking shit
Yeah.
until we get what we want out of your nation.
Yeah.
We leaving you the Helgas, the Marthas. Yeah. Fuck out of here. Go ahead, bro.
it's Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3. It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths.
Because it's going to be a nation of kings and priests. We're going to be a mediator between the Heavenly Father and these nations.
He
So
said he should teach.
Yep.
So it's gonna be educational.
There you go.
Yep.
No,
Yeah, exactly.
don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, this is the fun part comes in. And part of them as a part is play. Part of
Break
vessel.
them
Break
like
them
this one.
Yeah.
Sounds
The Lord
like
said,
that.
He said what?
matter of fact, Yahweh shots like that.
Yeah.
It's his kingdom. He said that. He said, ye that overcome to the end shall receive blood. And as I have received the my fault, you should break them into shit.
Jeremiah said that battle axe and weapons shall break in pieces the nation.
So that's what Yahweh shall come back to do.
Yeah.
Break niggas up.
Yeah.
He said, give thee heed as I inherit.
You would dash they little ones. I ain't say that. I wouldn't think to
The
say that.
Lord says.
I'm too weak.
You know, y'all know I said, the Lord said.
We was raised off of fucking Nickelodeon and Disney Channel. The Lord had to teach us what it is to bring the room proper. You gonna take a little one.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Because in the common mind, that seems as if that thing is innocent, you know what I'm saying? But with the Lord, the level of the Lord put our mind on, like, man, shit.
Bro, it's a
Ain't no
clip that
telling
just
what's
went
gonna
viral. Oh, matter of fact, we just talking about India. They in daycare.
Yeah.
The lady walk out the room. They know older than 1 year old. He started attacking her, biting her, biting her.
Oh, wow.
This went on for 40 minutes.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
God damn.
Biting her.
Oh, my
And the
God.
baby,
That baby gonna be dead.
and the other kid tried to pick up one of the plastic bags
Yeah,
and
trying to get them off here.
They babies, so they don't have no strength.
Yeah.
He trying to get them, but the other one was rampant. Like just keep hitting them. They'll take the breaks.
Yeah, come
And he'll
back.
run back off. Little. Hey, I'm gonna put in the chat. This nigga's like, demon. I'm putting in the chat. And the baby crying for like his life. Like he thought the baby thought he was gone. They start fighting. So to that point, babies and hey man, you gotta them babies, they need the correction too, man.
They be strong as hell.
But again though, we understand because don't forget that's the incarnation.
Yeah. I mean that nigga had his teeth in him.
Ah.
Nigga just like, I thought the baby had died because the baby it kept going. It just a long ass video.
Yeah.
The baby just kept. And I guess the strength for the other baby is still it hasn't developed. So even though he's hitting him, biting him, it ain't really his teeth ain't formed for real. He just But if he was formed like that baby would be dead. So the shit gotta get corrected, man. That's in India, like we just said. You fucking dumbass fucking daycare person. She leave the kids in the room by the 3 of them. And this little rampage demon goes on a fucking rampage. Then she come in the room. He know what he did. She come back in the room. This nigga is a demon. I'm gonna put it in the chat, bro.
Yeah.
This shit wild, bro.
I gotta see it.
This shit wild. Everybody in the comments like, yo. One person said, yo, public execution for the baby.
Facts.
It's that bad, bro. It's that bad. And you be like, damn, baby.
Yeah, and you said 40 minutes though. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, it went on for a long time. It went on for a long time. I couldn't. I was like, I can't keep watching that shit. The baby just crying like.
They make them traumatized for life.
Some people in the comments was like, it's something they seen with the parents. He had to have seen violent parents. They was like taking up for the baby, and other people like, no, kill this baby.
Get rid of them.
When you watch, I'm gonna let you make your own.
No, because usually they can happen when the teacher way, like I said, you still got, like I said, talk like that can bully to other kids.
Yeah, and what made me feel like the baby should be put away, or at least locked up for a certain period of time, is because when the lady came back, he immediately stopped saying that.
He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing.
So that showed me you calling and said, what the fuck you did? That's some psycho shit. And you've had instances where kids have, even, I remember this case with these Jake girls, and one of the Jake girls, she smothered the other girl with a pillow and killed them. And they was no older than what, like 7 years old. They took the pillow. And people say, oh, it's what they seen on TV. That don't make it right. That's not natural. Murder? You know?
Yeah. Honestly, you're just speaking as a man. I've seen that myself. Like that is human nature.
Yeah.
It starts at that young age.
Start young as hell.
Yeah.
That's
Like
why the
said,
Lord
you
said, it's in what is it, in Sirach? Laugh not at your child's folly. Don't joke with them.
Yeah.
You supposed to be on them early. Early, before they become preteens. Before you gotta be on them. Because they spirits. At the end of the day, they're spirits. The only thing that's different is they limbs haven't developed mature. The teeth ain't, but they spirits. You know? I still remember shit vividly from when I was a baby. Like shit that happened when I was a baby. I still have those memories in my shit. They'll come up sometimes like, damn, I remember that shit. So yeah, you gotta be on them, man. You can't just look at it like, oh, this is a baby. It's so precious. Yeah, but you gotta be instilling, you gotta be training that bit, train up a child the way it should go. That's why you had certain kings that was on the throne at young ages. It was actually sensible to rule. You know, they had this one kid on CNN, young as fuck, talking like he fucking 30 years old, smart as shit. His parents and stuff. So that age shit ain't no excuse, man.
The scriptures already tell you who died innocent. You know what I'm saying? So you being reincarnated back into the flesh.
Yeah.
So you have the Heavenly Father put into you what you see. What you see in the actions of a person, that's what it is. Like when they say, when a person show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
Hey, I seen the video one time. It was speaking of something similar. It was speaking of how it was showing how the mother, the parents, they just had they had another child.
Yeah.
And the child that they had, they don't let them watch violence.
Yeah.
The daycares and all that the kids go to, that's a state law. Your kids can't watch, they can't have nothing violent because the kids will reenact what they see.
Yeah.
But so if your kid watching, different little shows and everything that you allow them to watch, when you bring the mother, she brought the newborn around the older kid. The older kid was maybe a year and a half, 2 years old. The baby literally got the pillow, and try to smother the newborn. So what does the baby learn that from? If it ain't, you know what I'm saying, you ain't, the father ain't did it to the mother, the child not watching no vitamins.
Yeah. And that's why the Lord ain't no respect of persons. He's gonna kill babies too. He's done it. He did it in the flood. And he killed babies when they was mocking the little kids that was mocking the prophets. Or when he said, go up there with that bald head. Go up there. Yeah. He didn't show mercy on them. You know? Now he does say, if you want to inherit the kingdom, you have to be like babes. Because why? You can train up babes. That's the point we're trying to make. You don't just let babes run to their own will. You gotta be on them. Because at the end of the day, they're spirits, man. You know, they violent, they emotional, you know, and they can cause fucking damage, man. A child to tear up their fucking house if you let. Rip pillows apart, draw all over the wall, you know, break glasses. A child will run a fucking muck. You think ain't nothing wrong with it, it's perfectly fine.
And then see how far they can go with it.
See exactly how far they can go. Give you that look, you know, see if you gonna get on them.
When they get to a certain age, they know to use their teeth and their nails.
Yeah. They know
You
what hurts.
Yeah,
Yeah, how the fuck that baby know that? I can't wait to see that video, bro. That's some wild shit.
They'll pull you. They know they got nails. They'll pull your damn face in.
Yeah, scratch your. Oh, they love to scratch your fucking.
Yeah. Smack your head.
Yeah. They know what causes pain.
Yeah.
Then they pinch you. You
Yeah,
pinch
just
them
to see,
back.
right, yeah,
That's
yeah.
how I feel.
Yeah. Facts.
Either you gonna accept what I just did, or you gonna be a demon.
Facts.
You wanna toe to toe?
Facts.
You know? Because that's what they do.
Yep.
They try you early. It goes back to your point, nature.
Yeah.
Animals will try you
Try you,
to see if you gonna bow down.
yeah.
And once you cause pain to them,
Yep.
they'll cower. But if you run for them,
Right.
oh, they finna maul you.
Play the game with them.
Yeah, they finna maul
Play
you.
like it's okay.
Yeah.
And they laugh at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
They finna maul your ass.
Cause they tell you, they show you.
That's why I had to break up with that chick. Keep on your pit bull just jumping me by the Don't hit my fucking dog.
You should
Don't hit
be
my
your
fucking dog. Get your fucking dog, man. He thinks he's cool to just jump and bite the shit out of you.
Yeah.
You know?
And how else is he gonna learn that it's not okay?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to grab this nigga and fucking swing his ass.
I've never had a dog before.
Get the fuck out of here, man. You know? Because if you don't do it,
Yep.
they just gonna go.
Terrorizing
How far can
neighborhood.
they go?
That's a beautiful point because outside the training of a parent or a concerned parent, what would that child be without no type of knowledge or anything? It'd be like a beast.
It'll be like a beast. Let it grow up in that state.
Yup.
Let it grow up in that state. Violent.
Yep.
And we see it with these little niggas, man.
Yep.
We see it with these little niggas. They grew up to themselves. They raised themselves. Mom was out freaking. They just in the house causing a muck. Go outside, causing a muck. They supposed to be in school. They at the bus stop waiting for the kids to get the bus.
Yeah.
Just start some drama. Just start some shit. You supposed to be coming off the bus with them. No, you wait for them to get on the bus. Y'all already have some real fun. You know? Just dangerous demons. And that's why we have laws. That brother just read it. That's why there's laws in place that has to be instituted on the earth for things to run in this proper order. You know, because like I said, that video, I said that's in India. So obviously things, they not raising their kids properly for that shit to be going on. For one, it's at a daycare. So the parents already ain't raising the kid, you know? And this, look what it's doing to the other kids. So now that kid is traumatized. And now what would the trauma do to that kid?
Right.
He might start doing it to other kids.
Right.
It's a trickle down effect. That's why the laws, after every law that you read, it says that you put evil away from you. It's to show the nation not to do that, not to allow that to spread.
It's beautiful. They go to the point. That's the whole point. What the Heavenly Father gave the prophets unto Yahshua. He gave us the law so that we may teach our people. So if you go outside of that, you're going back into that beast nature. If you listen to the laws, statutes, and commandments that's been given unto us, and the scripture say the Lord blew His breath into us. We got out of that beast mindset, being consumed with folly and wickedness and such, and came on a proper path and taught how to be how to come out of that beast nature into being men, then kings, then priests.
Yeah, that's why the king. That's why heathen kingdoms are likened as what beasts, because they're ruled by heathens that allow all type of wickedness. That's why they're likened as a beast, a lion. I seen this king likened as a leopard. You know, the dragon. It's likened as a beast.
Yeah.
The nations that are ruling on the earth, beasts like nature. You know, but the kingdom is likened as what? You know, the rock. Cain broke down the toes, crushed the toes, and the everlasting kingdom. A rock is fortitude, strength. You know, recognize it represents power. You know,
Solid foundation.
solid foundation. You know, because he could have said, Daniel could have said, "I've seen another beast coming to take down the rest of the beasts." Right. I said, "I seen a stone come, take it down." You know.
Closing it out, this Isaiah, let's read it again. Isaiah 2nd chapter verse 3, it says, "And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his path. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua from Jerusalem."
Of course. It's going to begin with the Feast of Tabernacles. We set up that first Feast of Tabernacles. Y'all is going to come up, set y'all tents outside of Jerusalem. Land. All the nations going to come, bring their little ass tents with their families. We're going to have lavish tents. Our shit going to be tent mansions. You know, but y'all shit going to be little fucking tents. And you better fucking come. Or you're going to get plagues. It's in the scriptures. We're going to bring plagues upon your land. So, broken clothes out.
Yeah, with that, I hope the brothers edifies on a beautiful lesson, man, about why it's important, man, for the word to be established throughout the four corners of the earth, man. And we can clearly see why, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna come to a time when, when the righteous shall be in authority, all these nations gonna be subject, man. It's gonna be put in place and put in order, man, how the way it's supposed to be. So it's a beautiful thing. But in the meantime, you just gotta wait, man. Probably set in place. So with that, hopefully brothers edified. This is Great Most of Virginia. As always, we gave you the latest news, arc lessons through the spirit probably about Shem Yahushua. As always, first and foremost, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor due to
Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Kakadash.
We're going to say double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who will walk things with the truth. We're going to say peace and blessings and salutations to the Akim out there present with the truth. Throughout the folk on earth, sincerely to the blessed of the scattered folk of the earth. With that, say, Kwame Ashan Shalom. Got a humidity, man.